You get scared, you get anxiety, you get in fights with your spouse, you spend more money than you ever thought you was going to spend. But before you yourself, let me help you out if you're planning on building a new house. After they pour the slab, you got flatness and you have level. That is two totally different things. You want to check the flatness by flooding the entire slab. Let it sit for about 10 minutes in the sun. You'll have all the bird baths everywhere. Put a long level or a long screed across all of those, and you want no more than a 1/4 inch gap underneath that anywhere on the slab. You really want to shoot for an 1/8 inch, but no more than a 1/4 inch. When it comes to level across the entire width of the slab, ACI standard, you got 1.5 inch tolerance. 3/4 to the positive, 3/4 to the negative from what the elevation was supposed to be. 6 to 8 hours after your slab's been poured, you want to start moisture curing it. Keep it wet for the next 7 days. If I put a sprinkler on it with a timer, go out there and spray it by hand, whatever you got to do, keep it soaked 5 to 8 times a day. Keep it wet. It's called moisture cured. It'll increase the strength of your concrete by 50%. It's going to reduce shrinkage. It's going to reduce cracks. You will have a lot stronger foundation by doing that. Now, when your lumber package drops, make sure that your contractor has the framers culling that bunk of lumber. They need to go through it board by board and eye them all and throw out the bad ones. Call the lumber yard. They'll come pick them up, bring you a new bunk, go through those, send that back. You can use some of them for your bracing, for your blocking, for your spacers, for your deadwood, but you don't want a half a bunk of them. Once they get the house framed up, walk through there with a long level, a long screed. You can use a string, but I find that the long levels work better. And lay it long ways across every wall in that house. Any board that sticks out or sinks in, spray paint that son of a. Check every corner, check every door, check every window for plumb. If they're not plumb, spray paint them. Before the framers get their final check, they fix every one of those. That's going to help eliminate any bows in the wall or any screw heads popping out or any crooked doors or crooked windows. Walk through the house and verify your door swings. Left-hand door, right-hand door, make sure they're not going to swing into anything or cover up any switch plates. Always make sure your doors are 6 inches from any corner. A lot of contractors don't pay attention to that, and you wind up having a door set off into a corner and a little narrow piece of trim and a regular 3 1/4 piece of trim on the other side. Make sure it's minimum 6 inches off the corner so you don't fight that in the long run. Before the insulation goes in, take boric acid and spray that on all your base plates all the way around the house. That's going to help eliminate termites. It's kind of like an extra preventative measure. Verify all your window and your door header heights. Typically, all the window header heights are going to be the same. Make sure that they are. Make sure there's blocking for toilet paper, for cabinets, for wall-mounted TVs, towel racks, handrails, etc. Walk around the entire house with a can of spray paint and spray paint all the locations of all the electrical boxes around the whole house. Take a plumb bob, come out of all your ceiling boxes, straight down, spray paint the ground. That way, less chance sheetrockers are going to cover up and you're not fighting that battle afterward. Make sure you got your extra outlets in convenient places, under the cabinets, in closets, wall-mounted TVs. Go ahead and run conduit or run wire for anything you could use in the future or any smart home appliance. Go ahead and put joist blocking in for heavy ceiling fans and chandeliers. Take a walk through the house, and where measurements apply, check centers on your chandelier lights, your dining room light, if you have lights over the bar. Make sure everything is centered up where it needs to be, or your lights are all going to be offset. Now's a good time to make the decision on a manifold. Do you want gas manifold? Do you want a water manifold? Do you want individual shutoffs for every single fixture in the house? If so, find a place in the attic that's easily accessible and go ahead and designate those spots for those manifolds. If your home's bricked or if it's getting stuccoed and it goes all the way to the ground, go get you some hay bales or some pine straw. Even ram board works. Run it all the way around the perimeter of your house. That's going to prevent rainwater from hitting the orange clay and it staining your bricks or your stucco. When everything's done, if you have P-traps that aren't in use or won't be in use for long periods of time, pour mineral oil in the P-trap, and that's going to help with the evaporation and help with the sewer gas smell coming into the house. Make sure all your shut-off valves and your access panels are all easy to reach.